Hello everybody, I'm Rusty. I want to welcome you to Island Breeze Tropicals. So today we're going to talk a little bit about hybridizing bromeliads. It's a really easy and fun thing to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. I was walking around in the shade house just the other day and I noticed I had some that were coming into inflorescence. So you know what? The sun is shining. The island breeze is blowing. It's time you and I got growing. Come on, let's have some fun. So I was walking through the shade house just the other day and I noticed that I have bromeliads that have come into flower. You know what that means? We're going to do some hybridization today. So we're going to transition from here to the plant deck and I'm going to try and show you how it's done. So we're up on the plant deck today and I'm going to show you how to hybridize some bromeliads. Now we're going to be working with these two bromeliads here. So we're going to be using this bromeliad, which is black cherry, and this bromeliad, which is called hybrid number 20. Hybrid number 20 is one that I did a couple of years ago. Pretty nondescript. I'll explain to you why I'm doing it in the first place. So we're going to take the pollen from this inflorescence. We're going to take it probably from this flower here. And we're going to take one of these flowers and we're going to hybridize. So one of the plants that I want to be part of this hybridization process today is a Billbergia. And it's called black cherry. It is a hybrid itself. It's not one of mine. But I think it's a really striking plant. It's fairly large, has nice color to it. I want this to be the seed donor, and I'll tell you why. Generally, the seed donor will have the predominance of traits that you will find in the resultant hybrid, and there is one trait with black cherry that I really want to come out, and I'm going to show you what that is. So you can see it's hidden by the leaves and I really don't want to cut them, but you can see that there are two plants here, and on the right hand side is the parent plant and on the left hand side is the offspring. They are vegetative offsets, but we call them pups. And then you can see the pup has a pup. Okay, so these are stoloniferous plants. Again, there aren't too many Billbergias that do that, and that's what I want to come out on the hybrid. So we're going to try our luck today. And so you can see the pup coming out, and it is on a stolon. It is not closely pressed to the adult. So that is one of the traits that I want to come out in the hybrid. That's if it works. So this Billbergia is hybrid number 20. It doesn't have a name yet. I'm not really sure that I will name it. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to register this. But this is going to be our pollen donor. And we are going to take the pollen from this plant and hopefully put it on the flower of the Billbergia black cherry. In general, I would not be taking two very similar plants and trying to hybridize. The reason is that they're so similar that the traits may not be all that different. But this is what we have, and one of the problems with this is that the pollen is only viable for a very short period of time. So one of the reasons for doing this with these two particular plants is because they are the ones that were available in the shade house, and pollen is only viable for, I'm going to say a few, maybe 5 hours tops. So they're the ones that I have, and I wanted to really show you how this is done. By the way, the structure that we've been looking at is called an inflorescence. Now you can see the individual flowers, and they do look like flowers. Now that's not always the case with all of the genera of bromeliads. But this entire structure is called an inflorescence. Sometimes I call it an inflow. The red color that you see are bracts, and those are modified leaves. So if I were going to save this pollen, I wouldn't be doing this, but all I'm going to do, we're going to cheat a little bit this morning, and I'll show you what the cheat is. I'm just going to cut this flower off. And I'm going to cut the petals. Only because it's going to make the process that much easier. Okay, so we are going to be hopefully using this flower as the seed donor, because what I want to do is make sure that I at least have a chance to get that stoloniferous habit in the hybrid. So what I just did was I cut off the petals. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to emasculate this particular flower. Sorry about the shaking, and I'm going to cut off all of the stamens. One by one. And what's left is the pistil. And the pistil is the female part of the flower. Sorry again about the shaking. Let's try this again. So we're going to try and get pollen from the pollen donor right there, and we'll see how that works. Okay, so we have emasculated the flower of the black cherry, and we have removed the stamens with the anthers. That's what these structures are here. I don't know if you can see it. And what we're going to do is take the pollen from the flower of hybrid number 20, and we're going to put on the stigma of the pistil. And that's this structure right here. And we're going to get it just as covered as we can with pollen. Now, hopefully there's no cross-contamination of pollen, even though these are not self-fertile, but if I got any other pollen on this, you never know what you're going to get. And it's kind of hard to see, but now the stigma is yellow. And then we wait. But there's one extra thing that we have to do. And we have to mark where the pollen came from on this one particular flower. And we're just going to put it around here, and it will hang there, hopefully forever. I'm always all thumbs, if you've never noticed. Okay, so we're going to put that around there, and you can see. So now I know if this has been pollinated successfully, where the pollen donor came from. By the way, gotta apologize for some of the noise. It is heavy fog here at the tangle, and you can hear it dripping on the roof from the coconut palm. So I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed showing you how to hybridize bromeliads. Now in the coming weeks and months, we're going to take a look and see whether or not our cross is going to be successful. And we're going to go from the hybridization today to harvesting the seed if we're successful, and trying to get the seeds to germinate and growing plants. It's a long-term process, but I hope you'll be around for it. So no matter where you are, I hope your sun is shining. I hope you have an island breeze blowing. Don't forget, always get growing and have some fun. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.